All right, what's up, guys? We are going to answer someone's question here. I love getting your guys' questions. And again, I made this channel announcement earlier, but every single more podcast style video like I do here. Again, I think I'm going to move the channel in a way where, Mondays I upload like the videos that my editor does and he touches them up. Hey, and my dog is being loud. He touches them up and he does all these things. But throughout the week, I'm going to literally try to upload like every single day more of these podcast style videos where you can listen to them on lunch. You can listen to them on the way to your client or whatever. Hopefully they help you. And all right, we're going to answer questions. We're going to answer someone's question today. And someone reached out. He said, I am reaching out to you because I begin my journey in audit the 29th of this September. Shoot, I'm a little bit late. It's October 2nd, but hopefully you watch this video just in time before you actually get into client work and all this stuff. And I am seeking advice on how I should prepare for my new career in audit. That is beautiful. That is music to my ears. I am so glad you are starting an audit. I think starting an audit gives you such a good baseline foundation of accounting, financial statement analysis. It helps you become a good professional. So that alone, that you're starting an audit, congratulations. You should be very proud of yourself. That's awesome. And he's starting at, obviously you don't want to disclose his firm, but he's starting at a great firm. So awesome. Good for him. All right. So I think there's really 5 steps I want you to do. And he's essentially saying how I should prepare my new career in audit. Okay, well, there's really 5 steps that I wrote down here prepping for this. So I think the number 1 step you need to do, start planning your CPA exams. If you haven't taken them already, you need to build a game plan. I hate when they want to approach a CPA exam and they're like, well, maybe I'll take an exam next week, or maybe I'll, start studying. I don't know. When people say they start studying, I don't even know what that means. Like, why are you taking time away from your family, friends, from yourself, from your own well-being when you don't even have a plan? You're just willy-nilly practicing or studying for your exam. I don't believe in that. You need to set a game plan. You need to say, okay, I started in October. When am I going to take my first exam? Do I have my NTS already set up? Do I have all the administrative things lined up already for me to pass the exam? Do I have my books already? Did I order my Becca materials? It sounds like you're at a big firm, so typically the bigger firms will pay for these things. So you need to make sure that you're set up, man. Like, you need to set up a game plan. You need to sit down on a Sunday like it is today, and you need to build out a game plan and say, okay, well, it's September. If I were any of you guys and I haven't even started taking the exam and I just started in public accounting, I would for sure make it a goal. You need to pass 1 exam before the end of the year. 100%. It is October 2nd as of today that I'm making this video. You can pass 1 before you start into busy season this coming year. 100%. You have 3 months. I forget if there's a shutoff period in December. I know there was when I took it, but if there's not, you have 2 months. You need to set it like the last day of November. Maybe you might need to be studying during Thanksgiving, and that's okay. It is what it is. But first thing you need to do to prepare for your career in audit, sit down and build out a game plan. Say, I'm going to take my exam, at the end of November. Let's say, for example, if I were setting someone up, if I were coaching someone, I'd tell them, okay, well, let's take an exam before the end of the year in sometime in Q4 in the next 3 months. So let's start studying like next week. So we take one during November, December time. Next thing I'd say, okay, during busy season, it gets so difficult to study. So I would not advise you study at all during that time. So let's not do any studying during that time. Let's take the 4 months off. Once May hits, bam, back on the horse. So you're going to start studying. So let's say that your second exam, you take it in, let's say May, June, July. You take the second, again, you need to take into account if there's any blackout dates that they sometimes. I remember when I was taking it, there were certain months you couldn't take it. So obviously take that into account, but let's just say there's no blackout times, right? May, June, July. You take your second one in July. August, September, October. You take your third one in like October-ish. October, late August. And then the last one, this time next year, you're pretty much done. You take the last one in, again, November, December time. That is exactly how I would plan it. Yes, are you going to be busy during these times? 100%. Is it going to be very, very difficult to pass during this time because you're working? Yes. But the longer you wait to pass your CPA exam while you're in public accounting, the more difficult it's going to be because you just get occupied. You get busy. Life happens. You get busier at work. Now you're a senior. Now you're leading engagements. Now you have a girlfriend. Now she requires a lot of your time. Now you have XYZ. There's so many things that are going to come up just because of life that it's easier to get it done when you have less responsibility, especially I'm considering that you're going in, you're not married, you don't have kids, you don't have anything else outside of work. Some people do, and I get it. And you have to reassess that, right? You're going to have to reassess and make certain decisions as a family and say, okay, I really want to pass the exam. This is what I need to do for this next year or whatever. And that's how I would do it. But start planning your exams if you're not done already. If you're already done with your exams, my man, kudos to you. Let me know. Just like Piero Linto, I will buy you a coffee if you see me. I'm saying this on this video right now. If anyone ever stops me in person and you pass your CPA exam, I will buy you a coffee. Look at that mug. Thank you. Yes, just read it. I'm not going to repeat what it says. Okay. All right. So if you're not a master with Excel, become one. Okay. You need to become a master with Excel. I think the second thing I would start doing is you need to start getting good with Excel. If you can become a master at Excel, even during this like October, November, December time period, maybe you're going to be involved in some reviews. Maybe you're not really put on a full-on audit yet. And that's okay, because you have plenty of time in the winter right now to prepare for what's going to come in January, February, March, and April, because those months are going to be rough for sure. But I would become a master with Excel. Again, there's a channel on here I always recommend. It's called Excel for Dummies. I learned on the channel so much, just getting comfortable with it. And again, I think, a lot of the things that you learn your first year, remember that you're building a skills for yourself that you can maybe parlay into whatever else you want at some future point in time. Maybe you want to stay in audit forever like me. Maybe you're crazy and you want to stay in audit. I love it and I want to do that forever. But maybe you don't, and that's fine. But if that's something that you're like, okay, you want to build, my best advice to always first years is to build a baseline skill set for yourself that you can take with you wherever it is that you want to go. So you need to become a master with Excel. Again, Excel for Dummies is a great book. Excel is fun on YouTube. And there's so many different free resources, but just start getting comfortable with Excel. And when everyone I know says I'm proficient in Excel, I know I did too, and I totally wasn't when I started working. So make sure you do that. The third thing, you need to set up your home office. If you were asking me this question 8 years ago when I started my career in public accounting, I would have told you a completely different thing. But now, times have changed. I think setting up a home office is critical. I think, maybe you don't have the luxury to set up your own, home office, and that's okay. But what I mean by home office is a dedicated space in your house. It couldn't be in your room. I know when I started, I lived at home and I set up a little corner space in my office where I was able to, get work done or study for my CPA exam. This little corner office that you have, again, could be in your room, wherever that's going to be quiet. It's going to be your space. It's where you literally come in and when you sit down, it's business. And I recommend that you don't use this space for anything other than work or studying. You need to train your mind and your psyche to get in the habit of, when I sit down at this space, I'm work mode. I'm not on my phone going on TikTok. I'm not on my phone going through Instagram or DMing whoever. You're not doing any of that on this chair or in your little workspace. You're not watching Netflix here. You need to have a dedicated space where you work. You can watch Netflix on the couch or whatever else you want to do. But you need to have a dedicated space at your house that you're going to be able to work and be able to get whatever it is that you need to get done. Okay, so the next one here, get a few pieces of dress clothes that make you feel great. I plan to make a whole video on accounting fashion. Thankfully, I'll be honest with you, I got into men's fashion really early on in my career, and I've always kind of dressed well and taken a lot of, personal responsibility. And for me, it's a form of self-respect to be able to bring yourself and be the best dressed guy in the room. I always aim for that because I think people treat you differently. I think, for whether good or bad, it is what it is. I'm not here to debate that. I'm here to say that, people will make judgments based on how you dress, how you look, how you present yourself. And I think getting a few pieces of dress clothes that make you feel good, that are tailored, again, one thing that I highly recommend every guy do. Again, if you're a lady, I also recommend this too. You need to find a tailor in your area. And tailors, sometimes it's not about what you wear, but how it fits you. I cannot stress it enough. You don't need to go buy, Gucci suits and Armani clothes and all this. No, you can literally get a suit at H&M. I promise you. I bought a suit at H&M. As long as you get it tailored, you are going to be looking A1. And honestly, my personal, and I'm going to plug in a few clothing brands that I love and I really think are great. I think the Polo factory store, I think, is great for the polos that have a little horse thing here. I love those. The slim fit cut are great. And why I say factory store is if you go to the outlets, they are literally, you can buy a nice dress shirt for like 20, 30 bucks, literally. I think the tie bar, another great, I cannot stress enough. So I get all my, if it's not from Polo, I get every single button down shirt from the tie bar. The tie bar is great. I think Tailored Athlete, if you want to go for more of a, I don't know, sometimes it's a little more casual look, I think Tailored Athlete is a really good brand as well. For pants, I think H&M makes some really, really good dress pants or slacks or suits. Either for suits, you're going to go to H&M or Banana Republic Factory. J. Crew Factory or H&M for your suits. Again, they need to be tailored. You need to tailor them, okay? And then for what else? We went over button-down shirts, dress pants, and chinos. You got to have at least 2 chinos in your wardrobe. And chinos, I think Banana Republic Factory, again, the factory store, you go there, you get a nice pair of chinos, maybe some dark blue and some khaki, just to make you feel great, tailor them. But again, you can literally get by your first year with maybe 2-3 shirts from the tie bar. You get 1 suit from H&M, and you get 2 chinos and like 1 pair of nice dress shoes that you're going to use for the next 3 years, okay? Those items I just mentioned, it probably will cost you with the tailoring maybe $500-$600. But let me explain this, okay? That does seem like a lot, right? But you're a professional now. You work now. I know it's a lot, but you're investing in yourself. You're investing in bringing the best self you can. And you're not going to go out and buy 40 shirts that you're going to wear, that you're only going to wear one. Every single piece in your beginning wardrobe, you're going to interchange it. You're going to wear the slacks. Might wear the slacks with one shirt, and you might wear that shirt with another, with the sport coat and the chinos. And you're going to switch it up, mix and match. So my best advice is have a budget of maybe $500-$600. Get yourself a suit. Tailor it. Again, H&M is a great place to get a beginner suit. I love them. You're going to tailor it. Maybe 1 or 2, 3 dress shirts from the tie bar. You can buy 3 for I think like $120, $150. Typically, those won't need to be tailored because they actually already come in a tailored fit. Again, depending on how it fits you. 2 chinos and a nice pair of Cole Haan dress shoes. I think Cole Haans are a good starter shoe. You know, if you want to maybe get some Allen Edmonds, those usually run like $300 sometimes, maybe a little more pricey. But I think Cole Haans at a good store, you can maybe buy them for like $100, $120, some nice brown ones. And that's it. And you're set up. So just get yourself a nice wardrobe where you feel comfortable and you are going to bring your best self to work every time. And again, lucky for you, a lot of people work remote now, so you might even only need to go to the office once or twice or go to the client once or twice a week. So think about it. You only need to really wear these clothes once or twice a week. So, you know, spending $500-$600 investing in yourself, you probably have a wardrobe for the whole year. I think spending $500 to look great, that little, I think it's a great investment. And the last thing is you need to mentally prepare yourself for your new life. I think, going from student to professional, I know I had a very difficult time acclimating myself to the firm. I know I had a difficult time assimilating to corporate culture because, I was the first person in my family to go to college. I was from a small town. I mean, I had never really been to the big city. So it was a big culture shock for me. But I think if you can mentally prepare yourself and just, tell yourself that, hey, this is going to be a new world. This is going to be a new life. I can't stress this enough, but your life will never be the same again. Literally, like you are now a professional in audit. You are a professional services professional. So comes a certain territory with that, and you're going to be able to need to live that lifestyle now. And I think as long as you can mentally prepare yourself for this and, let those around you know that it's going to take some time to adjust to this new life that you have. And, now you're making money and, now you have a certain amount of status. You're going to be challenged every day. You're going to learn a bunch of new things. And I think that within itself is very difficult. So just mentally prepare yourself for this new life and get excited for it, man. This is awesome. It's funny how I kind of live vicariously through all of you guys that are starting your careers again. And it makes me feel really excited each and every day, even as a senior manager now that, there's so many people coming up through the ranks. And, if there's any way I can help you and share my experiences, I'd love to. But I think that the biggest thing here too is just to mentally prepare yourself for this new life that you're going to have, because it's going to be exciting. It's going to be great. Some days are totally going to suck. And trust me, they're going to suck. But you need to have something in mind. You can tell yourself you want to be a partner. Tell yourself you want to be a CFO. Tell yourself you want to own your own business. Whatever is going to drive you to get through the tough days, because you will have them. You will have them. Trust me, you are going to have them more often than not. Well, less less often than not, right? For me at least, public accounting has been a net positive in my life for sure. But there's going to be days that are rough, and I'm not going to sugarcoat that for you. You're going into something that's going to be very challenging, but at the same time very rewarding financially, and hopefully it's something that you enjoy doing that you can carry with you for the rest of your life. All right, guys, it's going to be it for the video today. If you found value in this video, please make sure to smash the like button below. Till next time, work hard, dress well. Peace.